And thank you so much for joining us here today. Excuse me while I get rid of this pop-up that keeps showing up on my screen. Are you guys having problems with pop-ups too? I haven't blocked them and I'm still having issues with them. I'm not having success when it comes to alleviating pop-ups. If anyone has a clue on that, let me know. So today we're going to talk about success and why we tend to fall in the ghetto with that, because I meant the gutter. My words are all messed up this morning. When we fall in the gutter, when we're trying to get success, we're trying to have success, and we're trying to be, and the word try sets us up to fail so often. But so I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on what is success and why do we not have it, and why are we striving so hard, and why is it so painful to get it. It's a philosophy. It is an energy. It is metaphysical. It is basically an emotion and an energy tied together. So when you look at success you have or success you are dreaming of having, are you seeing it as what? Hard work? Or are you seeing it as, well, if so and so gets all this success, then why can't I? Exactly that. You can have it. There's nothing stopping you except you. So success, I'm going to write this in here, is something you become. Success is, I'm going to put this here to make it a little bit easier for everybody, is something you become when you become successful. Success is not something you're going to get. Success is something you become. And when you are a value to the marketplace, when you're a value to what people want, if you will look at anyone else out there who has success, whether it be in real estate, in the market, stock market, for example, in investing, in software creation, which is what is really, heavy right now, and in maybe building or growing or science, the sciences and all that. If you look at people who are successful in those areas, they did not become successful just on what they created. Like the airplane, for example, when the Wright brothers had the vision, they had the dream. They didn't just have the dream that they were going to build an airplane and they were going to be the only ones able to fly. No, they had a dream that they were going to build and learn how to fly an airplane that they created in their mind first, and use it for humanity, use it for the people, which is when you become a value to the marketplace. Same thing with the automobile. When Henry Ford made the first automobile, it wasn't an intention of him being the only one on the world that had an automobile. No, it was being that this is going to help humanity. This is going to help so many people. So, and that's just a way of breaking it down for you. Not that you needed me to do that, but just in case, when you do, and you look at how you are becoming a value to the marketplace, what are you doing on a daily basis? It can't just be once a week or, whenever you feel like it or anything like that. It has to be a burning desire that is lit up in you, and it's something you're going to do regardless. So if you are, let's take that another step and let's use a little philosophy in with this. If you are in tune to, you want an income, you want to make money for your family, your burning desire in that aspect is you. What are you? It's all about you, and that's not going to make you successful. But when you can look at it as, I am learning whatever it is, XYZ, to give more value. I am going to be able to not just sell this product, but what is what I'm selling? What is what I'm teaching doing for you? That's the bottom line. When what you have is valuable, with what you are teaching, what product you have, or maybe you're an affiliate, what your affiliate product you have, what you're doing, is philosophy of success. What you're giving is what you will get back. So if you have the only intention of what you're doing is to do that for yourself, your own self gain first, you're going to have a harder road. I'm not going to say you're not going to do it. I'm just going to say you're going to have a harder road to do that. Because the philosophy of the brain is energy and emotion in motion. And another thing is when you have the philosophy of how you think, and let's break this down a little bit here also. How you think daily. I mean deep down, not your conscious brain thinking and not your subconscious brain running on autopilot, because your subconscious brain runs on the program that is in there. You can reprogram your brain. We've gone over that. That's going to be another broadcast to recalibrate that. But you can do that. You can do it anytime you want. It's just a matter of you being in tune to doing it. So the changes start with belief. We all know that. Change starts with belief. So who do you believe you are right now? Are you a courageous person? Are you a happy person? Are you a person that sees the light at the end of the tunnel and you know you're there? You're happy, you are creating, you are growing, you are making everything come together for you. Is that you? Are you sad? Are you depressed? Are you feeling discouraged? Whatever state you're in, whatever state of being you're in, that is going to determine the outcome you have in anything you do. Even if you're focused and you're working a system, you're working something, constantly working, and then you have this thought that you can't get rid of, you have this feeling that won't go away, that you're not, you're not good enough, or whatever it might be. So whatever state you're in at any given time is the state that's going to give you that energy back, that emotion, which is energy. So I just want to say courage is an emotional muscle. When you have courage to step out of your comfort zone, right? I don't mean courage to run in front of a speeding bus or anything like that. That would be silly, right? So when you have courage to expand yourself, courage to learn something new, courage to give it forward and pay it forward. When you have courage, that's a muscle. And the more you flex that muscle to build more courage, the more it'll be easier and it will become a habit. It will become a habit that your subconscious brain will latch onto, and it will give you more of that. It will give you more courage as you are going through your daily life, daily routines. So always know what state of being you're in. Always know. It's important to know what state of being you're in. Because if you're spending your time being depressed, for whatever reason, depression is an emotion. And it can be alleviated without drugs, without medicine. You don't need medicine to get undepressed. No, you don't. And I do speak from the heart on that because I do know how this has helped so many people who were in a depression, or they thought they were just depressed because of life. Blah, 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 blah. But it's not so. And you don't need to fall into that loop of, well, this is how my mom was. This is how my aunt was. This is how my dad was. He got this age and he just got depressed and couldn't work anymore and couldn't do anything. Don't do that. That's not your life. And it's not what you have to have. It's not who you have to be. That you don't have to be in that state. You can change that state anytime you want. It's up to you to want it. And you have to be determined to do it. And you have to know where you want your life to go. Where do you want it to be? So as you're going through your life and you're saying, well, I want to have a life that's carefree. I want to have a life that is prosperous in what I give to the marketplace, in what I do. And another thing is, are you using your whole brain? I bet you've been told. Let me see. Let me just recap this for just a second here, guys. I bet you have been told throughout your life that we human people, only use 10% of our minds. Have you been told that? Does that sound familiar to you? Well, in reality, it's not true. You do not have to use just 10% of your mind. That would be just your subconscious mind doing its thing. We can actually use 100% of our brain, should we choose to do so. And one thing I'm going to show you, and this is, it's not so much a philosophy, but it is, hold on. I wrote it down here so I would remember everything. Because I get to talking, then I forget things. Of course, that's just my brain working. So it's a hemisphere. Our brain has two hemispheres. Do you know? I'm back on track. That the right side of your body, is controlled by the left side of your brain. The left side of your body is controlled by the right side of your brain. Yeah, what do you think? This is science. And when you cross your arms like this or like this, cross your arms, whatever you do that, cross your arms. Now cross your ankles, cross your legs at the ankle. That's crossing it. What that's doing is that is telling your brain to cross hemispheres. So when you cross your ankles, your legs at the ankles, and when you cross your arms, any way you want, just cross your arms. And I don't mean to do it for you to look like you're, stuffy or you're not happy or anything. Just cross your arms. That is crossing the hemispheres of your brain. So when you cross the right and left hemispheres of your brain, they're working together. They cross over each other in emotion and energy, and they're working together. Now, I don't know about you, and maybe you don't know because you haven't done this before, but do you subconsciously, maybe you're working or something and you cross your ankles, you cross your legs at the ankles while you're working, and you find that when you do that unconsciously, you've got more information coming, you get things done quicker. I do that, and I noticed that here a while back, that when I was crossing, and I had to do some scientific research, and actually my friend Dr. Lipton, he explained this in so much detail for me that it really made a lot of sense. I am not a scientist, I'm not a scientific person, but it makes sense when it's explained in this way. How the hemispheres of your brain cross when you cross certain body parts. Plain and simple, right? Well, I got in the habit here a while back, it's been several years now, of crossing my ankles while I work. And I did this when I was in the corporate world also, which is probably why I was successful when I was working at my desk. But I crossed my ankles and I would switch off one side, left, right, left, right. And I found that I had more inspiration coming. I had more, questions, more answers coming to whatever I was working on. So when I did this, I was learning that the hemispheres of my brain were firing together. They were working. Simultaneously, they were working. And the more I did this, the more not just courage I had to make things happen right, but the more insight I had as to what I was creating. So, and then when I went into the home business world, which is where I'm at right now, when I did this, then I learned, even with I have a stand-up desk, and I have a stand-up, and I can go up and down, it goes up and down, the motor on it goes up and down. But I noticed that whenever I was standing, I would stand with my legs crossed at the ankles, where one was over the other, even while I was standing. And when I did this, I noticed that I had more answers coming for me because it crosses the hemispheres of your brain. And what that does is there is a madness, there is a rhyme to this madness, is it not only connects the hemispheres of your brain, but it also lets you create new habits as you are growing and learning new things. So I'm always creating new courses. I'm always creating a new system. I'm always creating something new. And as I'm testing these things and I'm working on them to make sure they convert for people, I always have in mind, in the forefront, not in the back of my mind, but in the forefront of my mind, when this works for me, it's going to work for everyone. This is going to be a DMO. This is going to be a daily operations manual. This is going to be something everyone can use. This is going to be what they need. Each system that I'm working on, whether it be just a regular tutorial system that teaches how to do this or how to do that, I always have in mind as I'm testing it and as it's working out, because if it works for me, I know it's going to work for you. And that's the whole purpose behind anything I do. So as I do that and I grow and I prosper, I'm prospering you also. Because anyone out there who uses these systems, who jumps on board and grabs them and says, you know what, this is a proven system to work. I will make this work for me, and it will work for whoever I present it to. It will work for whoever I help with this. Because you're passing it forward, paying it forward, so to speak. And whatever you're learning, you are growing, not just yourself, you're going to grow whoever uses that. So when I tell people and I'm doing that and they don't quite get it, I just tell them to get in a state of being to where they're happy, get in a state of being to knowing that success will come to you when you give value to the marketplace. And this is a great way to give value to the marketplace. Why not? If you're helping, I mean, thousands of people you can help, and you can let people join your group if you choose to. If you choose to let people join with you and join your group, you're going to find that it's not just you having the success. So don't hide yourself away. Join with people, as you will find people will want to join with you. Join with people who are successful, who have this drive, who are using it, and who are not afraid to say it. If you're afraid to say what you're doing and how you're learning and what you're teaching, you're not helping the marketplace. And most of all, you're not helping yourself or anyone else out there. Because the more you give, pay it forward, the philosophy of success is all around you. It's a philosophy, and you're igniting the two hemispheres of the brain to overlap each other. It is a win-win situation for you and for everyone that you're going to help. And you'll find the more you can give, if you're selling a product or whatever, what is it going to do for the person that's buying it? What is the benefit for that person? Not just the fact that you made a sale. What is the benefit? What are you giving them that is going to bring them joy? It's going to bring them relief. It's going to bring them the prosperity they need, or it's going to bring them, health or whatever they're looking for, whatever you're selling. Just keep that in mind as you are growing and learning and doing and being. Everything in life is be, do, have. It is a staple of life that I encourage you to keep growing, keep learning, and keep using the simple success systems that will enable you to become the attraction factor for having that success. Okay? It is simple when you look at it that way. It is science, it is philosophy, it is so much all rolled together. But be that person, do what that person does, and have what that person has. That's you. Always, that's you. Okay, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. And definitely ring the dinger bell on YouTube for us and subscribe to our channel. And share. Share this video. Let's do this and help a lot of people out there. Okay? I love you. I take great gratitude in having you join me every day. So definitely, please, I got a link for you here that is going to help you. Let me know what's going on and let me know how I can assist you in any way. Okay? I will talk to you later and have a super blessed day. Thank you so much. Bye bye.